most popular project types within Design Center for all of our agents across the network is the flyer design type. So this video is going to quickly show you how to create a flyer and also how to create a flyer using the MLS listing integration that Design Center has. For more information about the MLS listing integration or marketing automation, there are videos related to that specific content. This is just going to show you how to go through and manually do a flyer. So from the homepage of Design Center, you are always going to see product types as the default. Now we can go in and we can see that we have flyer right here. And if I go ahead and click on that, that's going to give me all of the flyers that I have available to me as a RE/MAX agent or broker owner. Before we get into a particular flyer type, you can sort by occasion, task, content, distribution options that you have if you want one specific for the web or email or Facebook and you need to have that distribution option. This is a great way to sort. The number of photos that it'll contain, how many sides, etc. So if you're really looking for a specific flyer, that's a great place to start by narrowing down your options. Also keep in mind as we go through this, we're constantly adding new content to Design Center, so what you see here and the number of design types you may see could be different in the future. All right, so let's go ahead and let's pick a for sale one. I'm just going to choose this one here in the top left. You can also see what's most popular, what most RE/MAX agents are using, so you can see that's a very popular design. You can sort by alphabetical, new to old, but I'm going to click this for sale one. And before you start any design, whether it's a flyer, a postcard, a website, whatever it may be, always make sure you're clicking that view sample so you can get a mock-up of what it's going to look like. So if I click on that mock-up and by hitting view sample, I can see this is what the design is going to look like once we put in our content in there. So I like this design. Now the next step will be to hit select this design. Okay. So now we got to do a little setup. So let's first name our project. In this case, I'm going to name it test. I always encourage all of our agents and broker owners when we're out doing trainings to name it by the property type, either the address, the MLS number, whatever you'd like to do there, that's up to you. For this case, this isn't going to be a real listing. We're going to do test. You can do a description. That is completely optional. And then you're going to need to put it into a folder. So you're going to have folders potentially for your listings. You can always create a new folder. So if I wanted to create a new folder, I would just put in this as a test folder, hit add folder, and now this project type will go into the test folder for easy tracking later on. Now, one awesome feature of Design Center is the ability to import photos and text from the MLS. So once that listing hits the MLS and is in Lead Street, that content, that data comes over to Design Center. So for this flyer, we can actually bring in that content from the MLS. Since this is a for sale flyer, keep in mind not every project type will have this option, but I can select from the drop-down all of my different listings. So let's go ahead and select this one. And then I'm going to hit save and continue. And what's awesome about this is it is going to pull in all of that text and photos from the MLS into your design. This little pop-up is just confirming that you realize or you acknowledge that some of the content may not fit. So if you have 50 photos, obviously it's going to cut off if this project type only allows for 4 or 5 photos. So you just hit confirm and it's going to pull in your images, and you can see it is doing this in real time. And this project type will allow for 4 images. And it looks like we're dealing with some land here. But what you can do now is when you have your photos in, you could always delete and upload a different photo, maybe from the MLS or one you have saved on your desktop. You could always delete. You could replace. So maybe I want to put in a different photo. So again, you can choose from your computer. There are stock photos available to you with just generic photos of a home exterior, etc. You can rearrange these by clicking, holding, and you just drag them to where you want. Maybe you want this one to be the last photo, and it will automatically resize, reformat to make sure it fits in that space. Once you have all of your photos in that the project type allows, you're going to hit Save and Continue. And now we're getting to our text. So you can put in a disclaimer. You'll see down here that we have street address, state, zip code, all of the information that is provided from the MLS will go into here. If you want to make any changes, you can certainly do that. So maybe this is obviously a piece of land, but we could put in it's 2 beds if that didn't come over from the MLS for whatever reason. You can put in more information. One thing I always like to point out here is you do have a phrase assistant. This is for every project type. And you can click that phrase assistant, and you can actually sort by stock phrases, Remax phrases, and if you're looking for more keywords, so maybe this is an affordable property, you could click affordable, and it's going to give you text and phrases related to being affordable. So I could say a lot for a little, hit insert and close, and now that is in the body of my text for this listing. Now again, all of your MLS information will come over, so most agents aren't making any changes in here, but if you'd like to, you certainly can. The next step would be to save and continue. And now we're to our agent information. So this is all pre-filled out for you. If you haven't filled out your profile, watch our Design Center video on filling out your profile, which is contained up here. This will save you a lot of time and effort down the road. So we've got all of our contact information in there. We're good to go. So we're going to hit save and continue. And now we're on to distribution options. So based on the project type in Design Center, you're going to get different distribution options. The ones I want to focus on in this video are going to be Publish to Web and Download PDF. Publish to Web is going to create a link for you that you can share out across social media channels to a website, etc. So if I hit Publish to Web, we're going to choose our size option, and you can publish as an image or publish it as a web page. Either one that you'd like to do, you're still going to get that link. I'm just going to hit Publish as web page. So this would be something you could actually search for online. I'm going to hit Publish. And now I have a URL. So I can hit shorten that URL, which I'd recommend doing. And now what I can do, just to show you what this will look like, is I can copy this into a new tab and paste. And then there is my flyer. Now you can see this will obviously be a lot more robust when you're pulling in that information from your MLS, but this was just a quick example to show you what it can look like. Now the nice thing is when you are sharing this out via that web link on your Facebook, your Twitter, via email, you'll actually be able to go over here to Links and Tools, and you'll be able to track analytics of how many people have viewed that flyer. So I can click on View Traffic Analytics, and I can sort down by daily traffic, hourly traffic, location of the people that were viewing that flyer. And that's really important and insightful analytics into your marketing efforts. And the other option I wanted to show you is download as PDF. So if I click download PDF, you can download as a standard PDF, commercial, or web image. Commercial will be marked up for commercial and professional printing. So if you're going to send this off to a local printer or to one of our approved suppliers, this is an option for you. If you're going to upload or download as a standard PDF, you can hit download here, and it'll download as a PDF to your computer. Going back a page, I just want to point out, if you are going to print these flyers, we always recommend making sure they're as nice and professional, as neat as possible, so you have the ability to use one of our approved suppliers for professional printing. You also have the option to, of course, print it yourself. Anytime you want to get back to view that flyer, you can go under your projects folder, and you can go and you can see we have our test folder here, and that will bring up that flyer that we just created. You can go back into this flyer. It'll always take you to the last page, so you could distribute out another way. You could edit this, duplicate it, move it to another folder, or delete it altogether. So this has been building a flyer. Utilize it, utilize that MLS integration, and streamline your marketing efforts.